Good morning and welcome to Upper Michigan today. We've taken our show to the beach. We're here at McCarty's Cove in Marquette, really highlighting the very important work of a lifeguard here in town. I mean, Marquette culture is synonymous with beach culture. So we're finding out the ins and outs of being a lifeguard and the importance of them to our area, and how you could possibly become one too if you're interested.
Yeah, that's right, Tia. And of course, we're going to be learning different techniques that they may use in order to try to save a life, the do's and don'ts that, people who come to the beach may or may not know about the waters and, things like that. So be a very fun episode, very educational episode, very informative. So, I mean, why not get started and get right to it and talk to the people who, do these trainings and, talk to different lifeguards. So we have Colt Volger here. He's the battalion chief. And we have Kayla Davis, who is the head lifeguard. Both of you, good morning. Thank you for joining us. And Kurt, I want to start with you. How does one, become a lifeguard, and what training do they have to go through?
Yeah, so we utilize in Marquette the Red Cross for certification to become a lifeguard. The lifeguards fall underneath the fire department, so we have 4 instructors for Red Cross that teach the lifeguards on an annual basis. Some of them, it's a 2-year certification. And Kayla, you want to talk a little bit about Kayla's the head lifeguard, so she can talk a little bit about what the training entails.
Yeah, there's a 500 yard swim. You can either do a freestyle or a breaststroke to be able to do that. There is an open water swim, just keeping your arms up, just tread water for about a minute. There's a deep water dive. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then with a break to swim that back. There's a lot of first aid, CPR, and AED training with that.
Yeah.
So,
go ahead.
I was going to say, it sounds like there's a lot that goes into it. It's not... It goes beyond just having good swimming skills. You have to be a good swimmer all across the board, different conditions, different types of waters, different types of strokes.
Right. Swimming is a pretty unique skill. A lot of people don't understand that. I think we take for granted growing up in an aquatic environment, aquatic city, that a lot of people learn how to swim, but that's not the case. We see, almost 10,000 college kids that come to the area may not be familiar with the lake, and we get nowadays we get a lot of tourism as well, and they don't understand some of the dangers. But to become a lifeguard, and what a lot of people don't realize is specific to the Red Cross, you have to show rhythmic breathing. So that means you have to coordinate your strokes with your breaths. You can't, you're not going to be able to pass doing doggy paddle or anything like that. So.
Right. And I mean, this lake is obviously unique in the sense that it's one of the biggest bodies of fresh water in the world, and with that comes its own sets of dangers. So super important to keep safety in mind, and we will be learning some safety tips along the show. But we are here at McCarty's Cove, and this is currently the only guarded beach in Marquette. Even though there are several beaches, you'll see lifeguard stands at most of them. They're not always going to be manned, so it sounds like there might be a bit of a lifeguard shortage.
There is, yes. For the past several years, there has been a shortage. We only have about 12 guards, and we need about 30 to be able to open up every single beach.
And so that doesn't mean that you can't go to the beach. It just means swim at your own risk.
It's just unguarded. It's swim at your own risk. Other than here, then there are guards.
And you'll see it. It's posted, swim at your own risk, unfortunately. We'd love to guard all of them. It's a great visual deterrent. They help enforce rules. And a lot of times that's a lot of what lifeguards do, right? But unfortunately, I think, a lot of the businesses are plagued with need for additional employees, and we're challenged in the same manner.
So is there any, incentives that you guys may be doing to entice people to, become a lifeguard, and so that we can have more lifeguards around on the beaches and out here?
Yeah, so specific to the Red Cross training, the fire department and the city, if you go through the training, which is usually anywhere from $200 to $400 to get the certification, but if you apply it to work for the city of Marquette, they waive that cost, so you can get the training for free. And then, as of recent, too, there's been a pretty substantial wage increase over the past couple of years to try to make it more competitive. It is a great job. It's one that comes with a lot of responsibility, but you get to come down to the beach and interact with the community, and most of the interactions are positive, which is excellent. It's good for everybody. So.
Kayla, what made you want to become a lifeguard, and what enticed you to even become a head lifeguard as well?
Yeah, so this is actually my 4th year being here to be 2nd year as head lifeguard. No, it's funny, my father is the chief of the fire department, so he got me into being a lifeguard, but at the same time I did it myself because I want to be able to help the community in any way. But then this is a way that being young, you could start, being at 16 years old, you could start working here. That's when I started, and it's a great way to be able to help, but also just to be outside all summer.
Mm-hmm.
Right, it's a great job spending it at the beach in the sunshine. How can you even complain? But of course there are challenges that come with the job. Are there any surprise challenges that you didn't necessarily think about before you stepped into this role?
Not quite. I kind of knew what I was going to get into.
Mm-hmm.
There are been like a couple other incidents that's happened, but nothing that I'm not trained for.
Mm-hmm. So, is there anything you would, I guess, say to people who may be considering maybe becoming a lifeguard? And, and essentially, is it easy to learn how to swim?
Yeah, it is definitely easy to learn how to swim. Just make sure you're staying at a complete rhythm. Don't get too slow if there is a rescue or anything, but just make sure you're equipped to the job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You see, I honestly don't really know how to swim that well. So hopefully today you guys can help me out, and maybe we can try to save some lives, I guess. So
No promises. We'll try our best.
well, that's all I ask for is optimism. So I guess we'll start doing that, in our next segment. So we'll be back in 3, guys. Stay with us.